Hello friends, welcome to your Friday. I just realized I didn't turn up my lights. Hey Ingrid, I'm so glad to see you here, friend. It's been a while. Sorry, a little bit of housekeeping. And just remember, my lights didn't get turned up. There we go. Ooh, there we go. Bit brighter now. How is everybody doing on this Friday? Hello, Vicki Donnelly. Hello, Darlene. Oh, thank you. It's your first time. I'm so glad you're here. We just have fun on Fridays. We chat a little bit. We make some fun cards. Nothing too complicated. Hey, Jen. Hey, Tracy. Nice to see you. I'm so excited that Tracy is mailing me a card. And so I love getting handmade cards. So I'm really excited for that. Hello, Mari Hansen. Nice to see you. Wow, it's been a busy week around here. It's been big and busy, and I am so here for all of the fun that I've been having making cards this week, but I have to show you this. This is why it's been a busy week around here, because this little guy is joining our family tomorrow. We are flying out to pick up our puppy. His name is Winston. And so we've been like prepping all week, prepping the house, putting up the baby gates, doing all the things. If you guys haven't had a puppy for a while, oh my gosh, please send me your positive thoughts, because it's been 14 years since we had a puppy, and so we're a little bit nervous. We also had a puppy when we didn't have children, and so now we have 2 kids. Yeah, so we're super excited. So that's been a highlight of our week. We just found out which puppy was ours, got the picture, and yeah, it's exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. But I digress. Maybe you're a cat person, you don't care. But yes, that's the update on puppy, and I'm going to post him to stories today if you want to take a look at that picture again. So if you're not following me on Instagram, I am at Meghann Andrew on Instagram. You can find me on my website at meghanandrew.com as well. Pretty much everywhere. If you just Google Meghann Andrew, you'll find me. But you guys, it's been a busy week at Gina K Designs too. Yes, I've got this. I know. All right. Yes. Welcome to the Andrew world. That's right. It's a little bit crazy around here, Barbara. A little bit crazy. All right, so Gina K Designs had a big week as well, really big week for Gina, because they released not only a kit and amazing new bundles, but tools as well. And I'm going to be using some of those tools in today's video, but I am going to be focusing on one stencil bundle from the kit that I am in love with. I love a good stencil. This one is graphic and it's bold and it's gorgeous. And so I can't wait to share this with you. Okay, so let's go to the down. Let's go to the down, see how close we are. So first I want to show you some of the products that are in the kit. The first one that I used this week, let me back up a little bit, is called You Are So Loved. And this is a bundle that includes the coordinating dies that cut everything out too, which is wonderful. But I just think this is the cutest stamp set. And I was so taken with this here, the hands holding hearts, and Gina used that yesterday in her live. But on Tuesday, I shared 2 cards with you guys if you missed it. Both of these just really graphic, simple, although you do have to color them, right? But there's nothing complicated. I did make a shaker with this one because these hearts in Gina's shop are just the cutest, and I have 2 packs of them and I really wanted to use them. So I shared these on Tuesday, and you can find that short tutorial video on my YouTube. I also talked through the new tools with you. Okay. So in addition to that, there's also the Delicate Dahlias stamp bundle. So it has a coordinating die as well. And this one is just really delicate. I would say that the name is perfect. But what I really love about this are these sentiments. I just think that font is really gorgeous. I think that they're perfect fonts for all occasion cards. Perfect sentiments for all occasion cards. So check that out. That's in the kit. And then you can also get, and this is not in the kit, but it's separate, you can also get polyglaze foiling sheets that coordinate with that too. Now the cool thing is when you buy the kit, you get the delicate dahlias with the coordinating dies and stencil. And then if you buy the polyglaze foiling sheets, the dies coordinate with this and the stencil coordinates with this as well. So you're just getting an additional product that coordinates with everything you already have, which I love. And then you can foil that. So I think that that's really awesome. So today, this is what I haven't used yet. Yeah, the kit is really great. And you know what I love about Gina's kits is that there's something in them for everyone. So if you want to make a cutesy card, you can make a cutesy card. If you want to just do some stenciling, we're going to do some stenciling today. The only thing we're going to stamp is the sentiment. And then you have like, you know, something you can stencil the image, die cut out. So there's a whole range of different styles and different things you can do, which I think is really great. Okay, so this is the Dazzling, and I would say dazzling is the correct word too. Dazzling Dahlia. And I think Gina in her Tuesday night release video said, it might not be a dahlia, it might be a peony. I would agree with that. I think it's a peony, but it's amazing. It's amazing. So let's check out the card we're gonna make today, you guys. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, what I love about this is that it's two-step. So your flower comes together in 2 steps. You don't even have to use 2 colors, just 2 stencils. Your leaves go on with 2 stencils, so it's super fast. And you don't have to do anything else. You can just do the flower and a sentiment and be done. I also think this would make an amazing set of note cards. That's such a great Christmas gift to give out, is handmade note cards. And because you're using a stencil, it's so easy to mass produce this card design that you could give it as a set for the holidays. Okay, so we're going to be creating this card today. I'm going to show you how easy it is, and I'm going to be using a couple of other Gina K products, and you can find everything listed in the video description below. All the links are there. But this stencil is one of my favorites. It is currently sold out, but just hit the notify me button. It is called Snowfall, and I love those circles that are not exactly perfect, but I'm using it not as Snowfall, and I think it looks really cool. Yeah, Barbara, wait till you see how this comes together. You're gonna love it. Then I'm using Master Layouts 14. This has been a super popular one because of this postage die, but I also love this big die here that you can use for layering on your cards. Okay? Right, let's get to it, my friends. I hope you guys have had a wonderful week and you're happy to have made it to your Friday. Thank you for the thumbs up. Hey, Mindy Farmer from beautiful San Diego. I hope it's lovely there. We are 20 days away from our California trip to Disneyland. We always go to Disneyland in December. So we have a lot to look forward to in the next couple of weeks. And my parents will be puppy sitting, which is good, but I think they haven't had a puppy for a while too. Okay, I'm gonna get in closer for you guys. Now, there aren't any registration marks on this stencil, so you can put your flower wherever you'd like. What I did was I kind of centered my flower, and I also put it along this bottom A7 line. I just chose a line. You're gonna see how easy it is to line up the stencil from one to the next, so you really don't need those marks anyway. Just feel free to put it wherever you'd like. So I'm gonna put stencil number 1 right about there. Now there's a line up here that I am going to cover up. I know I had a piece of tape here, but let me get a new one. And I'm gonna grab my mint tape because I'm gonna make sure that that does not tear. The last little bit of my mint tape there. Oh, Mindy's on vacation now. Nice. Prepping for family. Yes, and I know a lot of you in the US are getting ready for Thanksgiving next week. We're doing that too. We're hosting for my parents, so we're really excited. Okay, for these cards for this card I used medium orchid and dark orchid for the flowers. Now, if you're not a purple person, I think that these orchids are perfect because they're a bit more, let me put this over here. They are a bit more pink than they are purple. They're kind of the perfect mix, but I really like them. So we're gonna go with medium and dark orchid. So stencil number 1 is just medium. And I'm using a pink blending brush here. And I'm just going to lightly apply my ink in circles. There isn't anything too fine on this stencil that you have to be concerned about. These lines in the middle are a great thickness, so they won't move. I got a really crisp and clear blend when I made my card. Oh, you have snow today in Ohio, Vicki? Where are you at in Ohio? Because my parents are near Cincinnati, so I'm wondering if they're getting snow too. Yeah, we got snow yesterday. We got about 3 inches, and at one point I was working in the kitchen because I had all computer work yesterday, and I looked outside and it was like a blizzard. You couldn't see anything, but it didn't stick. It actually snowed and then went up to 45 degrees, and then that was it. We had a little bit of snow still left this morning, and it's all gone now. So I'm okay with that. Apparently there's snow on the East Coast today, so I'm hoping that our flight to Connecticut to get Mr. Winston is okay. Okay, so there is our first layer of our flower. Let's take that piece off and let me show you how this turned out. How easy and fast was that? Okay, you're south of Cleveland, so you're pretty far north. Look at how cool that looks. Isn't that so like graphic and neat? I just love it. Ooh, this pink. Okay. Next I'm gonna grab, and I'm not gonna even clean my stencils just yet because, you know, we have a card to make. I'm gonna put them aside. Okay, so I'm gonna line up this stencil along that same line that I used and just use my eyeballs because those center lines are the same. So once you have those lined up, then everything else is going to be correct. So there's not much worry in this one about it not being right. You can clearly see this is lined up. I just need to make sure my stencil lies flat. There we go. And what this does is put extra like circles in this area. So those there, it masks those areas and gives it that two-tone effect. The pink is refreshing. I know, Barbara, I was thinking, you know, it's getting close to the holidays and here I am making a peony card, but I think it is refreshing actually to make a peony card because we've all been working on holiday cards so much that it's quite nice to make something more springy. Okay, so I'm going in with medium orchid here. Oh, sorry, dark orchid. The first one was medium. I think I'm going to turn my lights down again. I think they're a little bit bright. Maybe I got a bit overzealous there. Okay, there we go. So now this dark orchid is going to add that perfect darker color. And when you see it, it's just so bold. Now I'm not going too crazy here, but what I'm going to do is put some darker color right in the middle, kind of blending out a little bit so that you can really see that fade of color on these outer leaves, just like that. Okay, let's take this off. Isn't that stunning? Wowzers. I love a product that gives you like a bang for your buck. And this is one of those, I think. Ingrid, you are so right. A floral is fabulous any time of year. You're right. And people have winter birthdays and they might want a little bit of something springy, right? Okay, for the leaves, we're going to go with jelly bean green and fresh asparagus because, again, two-step. And that's what I said in my, my video description. All of these images are just two stencils. It just makes it so easy. So with the leaves, you just line them up on the same line, and you line them up with the outer edges of your floral. It's so easy. And it creates about an 1/8 or a 1/16 of an inch gap around the flowers to the leaves. So it's pretty perfect. I love that they don't quite meet up, that there's a little bit of a space, because when things meet up perfectly, there's always more room for error, right? So if you are new to stenciling, if you're new to blending, I think that this is a perfect product for you. Okay, let me make sure I don't have any purple here. I see some, like a hint of purple on my desk. It is so pretty, Tracy. It is a really pretty set. Okay, so jelly bean green. This is nice, bright green, and I love the way this looks against that orchid. Again, I don't like to go in too heavy, just really light, because we're going to go in with the fresh asparagus too to add that darker green. Stenciling is so relaxing for me. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but I just find the noise of the stencil, the way it feels against the paper, the fact that it's foolproof. So sometimes in crafting, when you're doing something a little bit stressful, say you're coloring and you're new to alcohol markers, and by messing up your coloring, you're going to have to re-stamp and re-die cut and do all that again. Well, this isn't like that. It's just so relaxing and just easy, right? And that's what I love about stenciling. Okay, I'm going to go back here just a little bit on this one. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. And you could end with this stencil and just have the one tone of green. Look at how gorgeous that is. But let me show you what it looks like with just this little bit added. Yeah, Vicky said yes, no stress zone. And here's the other thing. This stencil matches up, those lines on the leaves match up perfectly on this stencil. So as long as you have those lines matched up, then you are good. You don't have to sit there and stress about getting it in the right place. You can easily see that those are lined up perfectly. Okay, using my same green brush, I'm going to ink up with fresh asparagus and add that darker green. Have you guys bought your turkey yet if you're in America? Because I have not, and I'm a little stressed about it. But I've been getting ready for puppies, so I'm going to have to do it on maybe Sunday night or Monday morning. I don't know. It's a little bit stressful because usually I have my turkey, I get them prepped, I get them brining by like Tuesday, Wednesday morning, something like that. So I'm a little behind this week. I don't even think I'm going to roast my own pumpkins this year. I think I'm going to get canned pumpkins because I'm going to be taking a lot of outdoor trips to the bathroom, to the potty with puppy. So it's going to be a little crazy. Okay, let me wipe that up because I don't want any smudges. It's always best to get everything wiped up right away. Yes, Tracy said, I am so in love with stencils now. Yes, it's just because they're just so easy. And I love that they're so innovative now. Look at that. Like, is that not a wow stencil or what? I just keep looking at it on my screen. It's just so wow. I love it. Oh, wow, Jen, over 21 pounds. Yeah, I used to do that, but now it's just 4 adults this time, 2 kids. So I'm going to probably get a 16-pounder because I like to send my parents home with leftovers too. So I usually make a pretty big turkey still. Oh, Mindy's doing her grocery shopping today. See, you guys are ahead of me. I'm so nervous. Hopefully I find a good one. Okay, so you could stop there. You could stop there. But yes, I will be in puppy training. Yes, we can. Should I tell my parents that, Tracy? We don't need turkey. We just need puppy. Okay, you could stop there, but I think it is so gorgeous to add a little bit of color around this flower. And it's so easy to do. So I've chosen sea glass for this one, sea glass. And I'm using my ink stand. This is a really great product that holds ink pads. Whatever type of ink pad you have, there's an ink stand for it. So check that out if you're new to stenciling as well. We need new people in this hobby, my friends. So if your friends are over for an evening to have a glass of wine, you should break out your stencils and show them this set. They would love it. Okay, so what I'm doing here, sea glass is a really light color, and you don't want to do this with a dark color because your results might be a bit iffy. But sea glass is nice and light, and I'm just focusing around the edge of my card, letting the color fade out as I go, and I'm tapping off just to make sure I don't get that, dark area of color. Now, because I like to build up my color doing this, this takes a little bit longer, right? Because I want to tap off, I don't want any harsh lines. It takes a little bit longer to do this part, but I think it is so worth it. And then there's another step I'm going to take too that I'm going to show you that I think was so cool. And I took a chance and tried it out yesterday, and I just loved it. So cards and Cabernet. Barbara, I'm coming over. Get the red airing for me, my friend. Yes, I love that. We should all have a cards and Cabernet party for our friends. I love that. So my mom, as you guys know, is a card maker. And I asked her, what she wanted for Christmas. And she said, well, I would really like a Concord and Ninth gift card. And I said, Mom, you realize you can use anything here in my house. And she was like, but I can't take it home with me. And so, okay, we'll get you a Concord and Ninth gift card, Mom. But, it's funny because she'll come here and we don't get a lot of time to craft because, obviously they're spending time with the grandkids and everything. And they live 6 hours away. But we're always talking about crafts and we're always looking at things or did you see this? Did you see that? So I get kind of that girlfriend time with my mom when she's here. It's rare that we get to craft together. Look how pretty that is. Do you see how soft that is? It adds so much. Fruit salad and stencils will be the new craze. You just wait. I love it. I love it. I should tell Gina that. I should tell Gina. Fruit salad and stencils. Everybody should have a party and name it that. No, I think it would be a great idea to invite your friends over to do something simple like this. Just pull out some stencil sets and have them go at it. And they're not going to ruin any of your products, right? So they can't ruin a stencil. They can make it messy, but they're cleanable. Okay, so there we go. There's my teal, and look at how soft and pretty that is. So it's a lot whiter around the edges, around the flower, darker around the edges of the card. Mindy's mom is responsible for her addiction too. Hello, Roberta. Nice to see you. Okay, so this is what changed the look of this card. Okay, I am going to put the Snowfall card here, Snowfall Stencil. And I'm just going to kind of place it along the top here. Now, because I know how I am, I'm going to mask off this bottom area. Goodness knows I have messed up a card or two by thinking that I won't go anywhere near the bottom, but I do. So, okay, now I'm taking sea glass and I'm taking this, what is this one called? This is I need a Link Ninja here. Everybody else has a Link Ninja. I do not have a brand. So this is I can't remember which brush this is, but it's from Gina K. And they are fantastic for this sort of reason. Look, so I'm going to take my sea glass and I'm not going to tap off here. I'm just going to choose the circles that I want to highlight. And that's going to be the ones that are not on my flower. I'm going to focus more of the color around the edges and then kind of fade out as I get closer to the flower so that those circles also fade out too, right? Just wait till we take this off, you guys. And this is definitely not a step that is absolutely necessary. Could we have stopped with just that teal? Yes, but I'm telling you, it just adds that texture to that background that looks so cool. Thank you. Detail blending brush. Thank you, Mindy. Yes, this is Gina's detail blending brush. The other great thing is that you can kind of pull up half of the stencil. When you're using a grip mat like this, you can pull up part of the stencil so that you can see what it looks like underneath and then decide if your dots need a little bit more. Okay, so there's the top. I'm going to do these 3 areas on this side. Now some of these dots will not make the cut because we're going to trim this down, but that's okay. That happens. Okay, so there's my top, and I'm going to move it down so that I can get these dots placed more on the sides, but look at that. Isn't that cool? Oh, Roberta loved crafting with her mom and sewing quilting with her grandma. Yeah, I was the same. My grandmother was excellent at sewing and made all of our Halloween costumes and that sort of thing. And I have her sewing machine, which I need to get fixed because something has gone wrong with it. But she was excellent at that. And she also loved plastic canvas as well. So I used to do that with her when I was little. Okay, so now I'm doing the sea glass ink the same way, starting with the color kind of along the edge, just like I did when I was blending, and fading out when I get towards the flower. And just being careful when I get to the leaves that I don't really touch them. I don't think that you necessarily have to mask when you're using this detail brush, but if you feel more comfortable masking off some areas, then you can do that too. Just a super pretty finish here. Okay, let me get these. And I'll just get this one right next to that leaf. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I think that step is definitely worthwhile. It just adds something to it. It just adds a little something. Okay, let me clean up the top of my work surface because the last thing we want is for ink to smudge somewhere when we're this close. Okay, so I'm going to take this off and grab Master Layouts 14 that has this frame in it. And I think that this frame is a great size. I am going to cut off my flower somewhere along here. Now that's going to cut off the darkest areas of the teal, but that's okay. You're still going to notice, a difference. I'm just trying to decide if I want to go lower or higher. I think we'll go a little bit lower. And I'll put my mint tape on there. And I'm just going to run this through my Platinum 6 real quick. Now this one's too big for Gina's new Intercut Mini, but I'll use that when I do my sentiment. Oh, not too close. Back up. Oh, SCT Magazine. Hello, Catherine. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Catherine. Okay, so I'm running this one through. Did you guys see the new holiday edition Magic Mat? Isn't it the cutest thing? I love it. I love it. I just think it's just nice to have on my desk in the holiday season, but so cute. And I think it's free with a $45 purchase this week, which is fantastic. Always love a freebie. Oh, and I almost forgot. You guys, if you were thinking about getting Gina's kit, I can't believe I forgot this. Look, there is a Black Friday sale that's happening now. So the new release, which this never happens, is 10% off, which is amazing because you never get 10% off on a new release. And then everything else is 25% off. So if you need cardstock, if you want to try out Gina's inks, anything like that. So Cyber 25, 10% off this new kit. Isn't that awesome? And so generous, because Gina definitely didn't have to do that, but I love that you get 10% off of this kit. So Cyber 25, don't forget. Okay, so a couple things I want to prep. Let's get my card base folded. Now this is the new scoring board, and it's little. Look how cute it is. It's cute and little. And all of the new tools that Gina has brought out are really made for traveling with. So if you're going somewhere for Thanksgiving and you want to take some card projects, if you're going to a crop and you don't, maybe you're flying or maybe you're driving and you don't want to take too much stuff, then this is the perfect thing to get. So I am getting this scored at 5.5. And I tell you what, a new scoring board takes some time to get used to. Like, okay, where's my 5.5? But luckily on this one, it's the last line. So it's pretty simple. Okay, and then I'm gonna fold it the opposite way. And then use the other end to press that down, okay? And I love how this locks in so you won't lose it. So that's the new scoring board. And then there is also a new trimmer. And I love that they all coordinate too. Isn't that cute? Jen says the Holiday Magic Mat is free with purchase. Yeah, $45. There is a lock on this too. So see this little, let me show you. See that little tab there? That is what locks this in so that it doesn't, come out. So if you have kids and you don't want them to play with this, as I do, my 4-year-old will play with anything. So it's easy to lock. I'm going to trim this at 4 1/4, and then I'm going to trim it again. So I think I want this just 1/8 of an inch wider than this one. So that's 3 and, no. Let me see. What did I do it at before? Let me double check. So this one is 4. Yep. 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Let's do that. So we're trimming this at 4. They also have centimeters on this one. And I think that's, that's great for people who are overseas, or you just prefer having that on your cutting boards. Oh yeah, I have my 12 by 12 scoring board from Martha Stewart. I have it right next to my desk, Mindy. I use it all the time too. And that one is good for, if you have bigger things, absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to use my tape runner, and I think I have my Gina K one here. Just fun fact, this is my favorite tape runner, so I'm so precious about using it. I only use it for Gina K projects because I hate when it runs out. I'm like, no, it's like my favorite tape runner. It is a really good one. So, I know there's free gifts as well. I think there is a free tidy towel with every purchase at Gina K, and there were free incentive sets as well if those are not already sold out. Look at how pretty that is. Ooh, it's so pretty. Okay, now I'm going to use this nice wide foam. I love this from scrapbook.com because it makes your card very rigid and easy to mail and just tough, like a tough card. Janet has a small Martha Stewart. I didn't know they made those. Did I miss anything? Oh, hugs to Vicky from Catherine. Hugs to Vicky. We know Vicky. I feel like everybody knows Vicky Donnelly. Everybody knows Vicky Donnelly. Oh, so I sent out a newsletter today, you guys. And in my newsletter, I updated you about what I was making this week. So if you don't subscribe to my newsletter, go over to my blog and hit the subscribe button. But I also have, if you're a scrapbooker, our Let's Create Together kits it's a kit that I curate and teach with scrapbook and cards today, and those are now up for subscriptions, new subscriptions for 2025. So if you love scrapbooking, but you need to get a kit to help you like keep up with it, help you create, and even more accountability is that we have a class with it. So I teach a 2-hour class every quarter where we go through the layouts. There's also instructions, and if you're interested, head over to Scrapbook and Cards today to check that out. Okay, let's get this panel down. Trying to make sure that it is centered without putting my head down, and I think I did pretty well. Look at that. Love it. Okay, so our next step is just going to be to add that sentiment. You know, Ingrid, you know what the fastest thing to do, Ingrid, is go to Instagram. We follow each other on Instagram. So go to Instagram and go to the link in my profile, and you can hit the subscribe to my newsletter button. That's the fastest, actually. That's the fastest way. So I usually send it when I'm going live. Some weeks it's just too busy and I don't. But usually just when I'm going live to let you know I'm going live. And I think that's, you know, I think that's important because sometimes we all get a little bit busy. But I try to stay consistent, you guys. So I'm trying to stick with this time, either 12 or 12:30 Eastern. Okay, so let's use one of these gorgeous sentiments from Delicate Dahlias, okay? Now before I did Sending Love, I think I'll do that one again because goodness knows that we could all send a bit of love out into the world. Yes, Tracy did sign up for Let's Create Together, and yes, you're right. It's a different format. It's 12 by 12, but it does give you ideas for creating other things too. And I love that. In the navy is what I'm using for the sentiment. Now, I am not normally a black sentiment kind of person. I know Gina is. She loves a black frame. She loves a black sentiment. I love a navy, and I just think navy is classy, and it's still dark, so you still like really highlight that sentiment, but there's something about navy that I just love. So we're going to ink up. Oh, that did really well. We're going to do that one more time. Sending Love. There we go. And I'll clean that off later. And let's grab our cute new mini Intricate. Let me get some of this stuff out of the way, but I really don't have to because it's so small. Look at how cute it is. Isn't it the cutest darn thing you've ever seen? And I love that it's teal too. It matches my my space. So you can get this Intricate Mini, the new scoring board, the new trimmer, the new corner punch, and I think that's it. All in a bundle. So if you're looking for a small set of tools to take around, or you don't have a very big space, then this is a really great deal. Just over $100, I think, for that bundle. It's fantastic. Okay, so I'm adding my Sending Love here. The bottom plate is 5 millimeters, the top plate is 3. And Gina also sells the plates as well. So it's a great idea to just go ahead and get a new plate. Because I always find that, you know, when I realize my plate is done for, it's too late, and you know, I really want a new one. So it's nice to have one on hand. So there's our sentiment. Yeah, Gina's navy is a great one too. It's not too blue. You know how some navies are quite blue? Gina's isn't too blue. It's a muted navy, I would say. Yes, navy with bright pink. I think that's because, you know, I'm kind of preppy at heart, and navy and pink they just go together. They do. Oh, great, Ingrid. Thank you for signing up. I've had a lot of signups to my newsletter this week too. So that's exciting. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. I think I did a blog hop with Spellbinders this week. That's also on my blog. And I think that I found a lot of new blog readers that way. Is that going to work, or am I going to have to trim that? No, that's just going to work. No, let's trim it. You know when it's just like a 32nd of an inch too long and you think about leaving it, but really you shouldn't? Yeah, just did that. Okay. I wanted my sentiment to stand up a bit, so we're doing double foam on this card. But for such a simple design, popping up 2 different layers just makes it more special. And I always love a sentiment down in that bottom right corner. I just think it looks nice. It's not covering up anything. So pretty. Isn't that just lovely? And also, you know, with the die, adding that little stitch detail around the edges. Let me just go in closer so you guys can see that. Adding that stitching around the edges, it just really sets that off. Now, I used some sequins before. I can't remember which ones they are. I'm going to have to look these up. The sequins, these are Gina K sequins, but you could also use her frozen rhinestones. Those would look pretty too. What I love about these sequins is they have an iridescence that changes from kind of that orchid color to like a bluey teal. Can you see that? Super pretty. Barbara said she lived her entire life in Greenwich, Connecticut. The Preppy Handbook was written there. Yes, absolutely. I have been to Greenwich. Yes, that is one amazing place. In fact, last night when we were talking about going to get puppy, I thought, have I ever been to Connecticut before? This could be a new state for me. And then I remember when I went to New York, I stayed with a friend in Greenwich, and that was wowzers. Wow. It was actually my friend's cousin who lived there, and they lived down the street from Kathy Lee Gifford. I was like, okay, yep. And they had an amazing house. But yes, I would agree. Preppy is part of that area. I just lost my tool. This is the new scrapbook.com pickup tool, and I can't remember if I added that to my list, but I'm gonna have to add it to my like all the time list, because this is a good one. And I really need Gina's pickup tool. Or if you're a fan, if you're a part of the SCT Crop and Create crew, we call it the stabby tool. If you know the joke, you know the joke, but that's what we call it in SCT world, the stabby tool. That was Christopher Brutus Monroe called it that. It was hilarious because it is pretty sharp. Okay, and one more. I'm just doing 5 sequins here, nothing crazy. If this is going to be like a sympathy card, you don't want it to be like too sparkly. Just a little bit of sparkle is nice. But look how easy and gorgeous that is. Now, if you wanted to up your game, you could use the second stencil on your flower again and add like Astro Paste in the frost. Is it frost? Yeah. So that's like a clear medium that has a clear glitter to it too. So it wouldn't be glittery. It just adds another detail and another like shine on there. And I thought about doing that today, but I just wanted to show you guys. I wanted to keep it simple because, oh my goodness, at this time of year, don't we need simple? We do. So super easy card, 2-step stenciling on this guy, and highly recommend getting this new kit from Gina K Designs. There's so much in this kit to love and create with. But yes, Ingrid, it is a beautiful iridescence. I loved it. Love it. Okay. Oh, funny. That's funny. Oh, just retired to Bluffton, South Carolina. Well, South Carolina is a great state. I think Tracy lives there too. Thank you, Mari. Thank you. I am so glad that you guys tuned in today with me. It's so nice of you to hit that thumbs up button. Really kind of you to shop through the links in my video description, because it just helps me continue to do this YouTube thing. Because to be honest, like, we have to pay for the software, we have to pay for the music, we have to pay for all the things. And so it just helps offset those costs. But I really appreciate it. I always have so much fun with you guys. And I just feel like I'm here with friends on Friday afternoons. So thank you so much. Ingrid, I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Jen. Thank you, Tracy and Mari. I really appreciate you guys. Yes, it was so fast, Ingrid, right? That's 2 lives that I've done in under an hour. 2 weeks. Wow. Next Friday is Black Friday. So I don't know, are you guys going to be around on Black Friday? We could do something. I'll have to see if my parents are still going to be here. But, you know, stay tuned to my YouTube channel to see if I'm going to go live, and maybe I'll have something that's in a Black Friday sale to make for you. Thank you, Lorraine. Nice to see you. Thank you, Janet. So precise. Yes, thank you. Thanks, Janet. It's easy to be precise when you have stencils, I promise. I just followed the stencils. Yes, thank you, Catherine. You're so sweet. All right, you guys. Hopefully I'll see you next Friday. If not, the Friday after, just watch my YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button if you're new here. And if you're watching on replay, I appreciate every comment and every thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will catch you later. Happy creating!